Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. A fairly short kick from the 14, and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And that brings up 3rd down. Crowd getting out of bed already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Here's Goff. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside. If he's got to move on these DBs, tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They've got man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
giving to the big tight end on fourth. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
Are you kidding me?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there and a nice little bit of a pretty decent game.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up? That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We're scoreless after 1.
Come on, knock it loose.
Here comes the Iron Curtain.
Oh, you're never gonna score.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Rodgers now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. It's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove. Big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And his kick here is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead it's 2nd down.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving.
Goff now looks to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2. Goff. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines are raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
To get down, we just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Man open, and St. Brown has got it. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all of those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I thought we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
Cleaned it out left to Dobbs.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
They find some open field here.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And his defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A final shot before half for Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. 20. He will score. Touchdown, Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Now, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. Open man right side. St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. St. Brown. His second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see what this game is.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 27 yards there, a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep this a 12-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Keep it together, offense. Keep it together.
Now Lance.
Come on, move it downfield.
That is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5 and getting a 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively key to stopping the run game. How they got so successful.
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take a run. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well. When you lead him in the foul quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one we're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Wide open receiver complete. On the move past the 30. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effect? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers now on first down. He's got the hook up with Downs. Touchdown, Packers.
There it is, partner. You see it. Four fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
A second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It returns it right back to Samuel. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now a second down and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing again on second down. Lance looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lance. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lance looking to throw. And a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 38, Lions 28.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Rodgers throwing here. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week.